Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast, West Denver. Here's a quick message from our sponsor, Local Works Wheat Ridge, provided by its Executive Director, Paige Piper.
Local Works is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to make Wheat Ridge a more vibrant and sustainable place to live and work. Our mission and action is programming that provides neighborhood revitalization and small business support, keeping and growing the businesses we know and love in Wheat Ridge. In simpler form, we provide connection. Connection to business, connection to community.
Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Amber Betts.
Hey there, I'm Amber Betts with the Good Neighbor Podcast, West Denver, and today we are here with Nickie Lee of Harmony Salon here in Denver. Hey, Nickie, thanks for being here.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your salon and the services you offer and that kind of stuff.
Okay. Well, my business started 19 years ago this June. I lived in San Diego. I did hair for 15 years in San Diego. And after 15 years of doing hair, I started out in busy salons and slowly went to like smaller salons and more unique boutique salons. And finally, I just want it to be me and my clients. And I did look for a property. I didn't want to rent. I wanted to buy a property. And so I looked in San Diego. I couldn't find anything. And I was like, I finally came to a point where I was like, I think I'm ready to get out of San Diego. And I wanted to get back to the mountains. I'm a skier. I originally am from Idaho, so it was a good time in my life. And I came out and visited a friend and just to see what it was like, are there properties? And this realtor that I met, she showed me the Highlands. And like, as we're driving down, it was October, the beginning of October, and the leaves were, clinging to the trees. It was so pretty. And, in San Diego, we don't have, the seasons. So it's just so gorgeous. And then I'm like, immediately, I love 32nd Avenue.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is so cute. And she's like, this is where I want to show you this property. And so she pulled up in front of this tiny little property. It's 438 square feet. It was zoned for both living and business. And there was a guy that was selling it and he lived there. And I sold a house in San Diego. So I actually had money, and right. I put a bid in that day, and came back, closed on it the end of October, and and then I waited until the 1st of January 2005, moved out here and started construction and pulled everything out and turned it into a really beautiful salon. And I was super happy. And I just wanted to be me and my clients. And I came out with, of course, no clientele, but the neighborhood just really, I think, needed a hairstylist back then. And so people just started walking in the door, and I'd be running around. I'd have 4 messages on so I never, it was just so easy to build a clientele. There's so much walking, there's so much walking by the salon. And, so that walk by traffic just started coming in, and they saw it was something new in a salon, which the neighborhood needed. So I just built my clientele up, and it was 18 years that I was there all by myself.
Wow.
And then in 2020, I had cancer. And so I was, my clients, it just shows like how great your clients are, they made room for me to where I could still get my chemo done and still work. So I worked all the way through my chemo. Wow. And during my chemo, the 2 first months were pretty brutal. The last 3 months were much easier on me. So I kind of was talking to my husband, and I I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to bring somebody else into the salon. And I have a back room that I just use for storage. And I'm like, I'm going to build out that back room. And I just did a makeover on the whole salon at the same time. So I did this makeover, and I built out my back room, and now I have a gal that has come in, and she actually has taken the front room, and I actually take the back room. The way she the way she does business, she has more people in there at one time. I tend to be just like one person at a time.
Sure.
So the front room is great for her, and I love the back room. I get to, I have a pretty little backyard, and it's very light and bright, and it was really fun to decorate. So that was a great thing to do during my chemo. It gave me energy, and I was excited. Gave me something to get through it. So yeah, and now she's been there for a year, and it's working out great. We kind of have, there's a lot of times where she's there by herself or I'm there by myself, and that is nice. But then when we're both there, it's kind of nice to have that extra energy in there.
Sure.
And we're not next to each other, she has her room, I have my own room. So it's been really fun.
Amazing. So tell the listeners, why your clients pick you over somebody else, or why they keep coming back, kind of what sets you apart.
Okay. Well, I've been doing hair for 34 years, so I'm pretty experienced. I'm a color specialist, haircut specialist. And also it's just, building relationships.
Sure.
That's really what being a hairstylist is all about. You just build relationships.
Mm-hmm.
If people come in and they become your friends, they, of course, they tell you everything, because that's, being a hairstylist, that's what, that's what they do. And it's awesome. It's just, I get to make them feel good about themselves, make them look really pretty. And, I have this friendship with them, and, I think it's a combination of the relationship that I have with my clients and my skill. And it's a really beautiful surrounding. And I think they really like that one-on-one, where there's not a hairdresser right next to me jabbering, that extra noise and the extra bloater. The first salon I ever worked at was like loud, and it was fun. When I was in my early 20s, it was fun. There was lots of drama and, excitement, and we were all young and we all had drama. And as I got older and older, I wanted less and less drama. And so, and I figured, this space, I'm going to just kind of create this space and see what, people, if they like it, they'll stay. And most of my clients are like, oh, I'm just so happy I don't have to be in that busy salon with all that noise and distractions. And, so I think that's what really keeps people coming in. I mean, I have clients that I've been doing their hair for, it's going on 19 years now. They're my first clients, and they're still my clients. It's great. Yeah, I thought I had, when I left San Diego, there were a lot of tears, because I've been doing their hair for 15 years, and it was really sad leaving. But now all of a sudden I've been doing hair here for 19 years. It's crazy.
That's amazing. I love it. So any news, specials, updates you want to share with the listeners?
Not really. It's no, there's nothing new. It's just, myself and my gal, Suzanne, and we just, we do our thing, and, our clients come in, we're always looking for new clients. So there's no, we don't really do specials or anything like that. It's
just consistent,
Yeah, it's all about our clientele and fitting new people in. And, we always hope that they'll, stay and stick to coming to us. And yeah.
Sounds good. So I'm sure you keep busy running your business and that kind of stuff, but tell the listeners, I know you mentioned skiing, but what else are we doing for fun to get out there? And
I'm a big golfer.
Okay.
You'd think I'd be better at it as much as I love it. I should be a lot better at it. But yeah, I love
people say that about golf.
Yeah, right. It is so much fun. Yeah. Big golfer. I met my husband out here, and we have a 15-year-old. So she keeps us very busy. She's a volleyball player, and club volleyball, high school volleyball. She's a lot of fun. And so, spent a lot of time, driving her around. Can't wait another year. She gets her license. She just got a permit. Yeah. It's gonna be a whole new world.
Awesome. Well, that kind of wraps it up. Tell the listeners where to find you, your location, how to make an appointment, phone number, website, socials, that kind of stuff.
Okay. It's Harmony Salon, 3714 West 32nd Avenue between Meade and Newton. If you know, like Mondovino, the wine store that's been around forever, where I can see it from my, I'm just across the street from my salon, a little bit down. And my phone number, texting is always great. You can call or text. I usually go through text with my clients. It's just easier. I always have my book in front of me. But my phone number is 303-507-9439. And yeah, you just give me a call.
Sounds good. Yeah. All right, Nickie, I appreciate your time. Thanks for the listeners.
All right. Yeah, that was fun.
Have a great rest of your day.
Okay, thank you. You too.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpwestdenver.com. That's gnpwestdenver.com or call 720-295-9588.